Science fiction and virtual reality go together like medieval fantasy and LARPing. Two intergalactic peas in a space pod, if you will. So naturally, the popularity of the latest and greatest form of interactive entertainment, VR headsets, means it was only natural that one of the largest and beloved sci-fi properties on the planet, Star Wars, got in on the action. But despite that obvious overlap, we still don't have a comprehensive, commercially released triple-equality Star Wars VR experience on the market. Fingers crossed that unannounced VR support makes Battlefront 2 that game. Even after its release, we're still waiting on that epic Jedi VR simulator that everyone wants deep down in their heart of hearts, but there are a few concepts sprinkled around to satiate a bit of the appetite. Below, we've compiled a sampling of the very best Star Wars VR experiences that we've seen so far, most of which you can experience right now, some you can't quite yet. Star Wars Battlefront, Rogue One X-Wing VR mission. This is the big one. After you try to say that name 5 times fast, just look at it. You get to fly an actual X-Wing and shoot down TIE fighters. It doesn't get much better than that. It's incredibly short and currently exclusive to the PlayStation VR PSVR, but it's by far the best Star Wars experience you can have inside of a VR headset right now. Easily. The whole mission will only last you maybe 1020 minutes, but everything from the way it starts to the way it ends is incredibly polished. You can inspect the ship beforehand, look around inside of an insanely detailed cockpit, and really feel like you're flying an X-Wing into battle. This is free if you own Star Wars Battlefront, and it's totally worth a download. Star Wars Trials on Tatooine. When word came out that Star Wars would have a big presence at GDC in 2016, excitement was at an all-time high. Would we finally get a full game announcement that lets us use the motion controllers as lightsabers? Can we pilot ships in space dogfights now? Can we have multiplayer lightsaber duels? Well, sort of, not really, and no are the answers to those questions, but Star Wars Trials on Tatooine is still an excellent tease at what could be coming in a full experience someday. Developed by Ilm Club, Trials on Tatooine is sort of like the bullet train of the Star Wars universe, an amazing tech demo that may lead to a larger experience down the line. Rogue One Recon, a Star Wars 360 experience. The new Darkness is releasing a 360 video to coincide with the release of your new movie, and the folks behind Star Wars are no different. Since this one is uploaded in high quality on YouTube with up to 8K resolution, it's definitely one of the prettiest videos we've seen. It's only a little less than 2 minutes long, but is a great teaser of what could be. The content is similar to the X-Wing VR mission from Battlefront, as it puts you behind the controls of an X-Wing during a routine recon mission, during which things naturally take a dramatic turn. Lightblade VR. Remember that scene from Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, where Luke is training with a floating orb, deflecting blast? Lightblade VR is that, but not officially licensed by Star Wars. It's a simple little game, but it really does a good job of making it feel like you're holding a lightsaber. The higher difficulty levels are nuts, and you can even unlock different lightblade colors and hilts as you progress through the ranks. Star Wars Jedi Challenges. Our augmented reality technology just isn't as advanced as virtual reality technology yet, but it's getting there. This device, which was created in collaboration between Disney, Lucasfilm, and Lenovo, uses your smartphone to project images onto lenses that hang in front of your eyes in the headset in such a way that it looks like holograms exist in the real world around you. Combined with a tracking beacon to center your surroundings and a lightsaber hilt replica, you can engage in intense lightsaber duels, epic war-themed conquests, and even play a few games of Holocaust. The lightsaber fights are the real highlight of the package, and the new upcoming content from The Last Jedi early next year makes it a fun Christmas present. You can read our full review of the device and platform right here. Raw Data. I know that Raw Data, a cooperative multiplayer wave-based survival game by Survios for the HTC Vive and Oculus Rift, is not a Star Wars experience. But come on. If you watch the trailer or play it for yourself and experience the satisfaction of reaching behind you to pull out the hilt of a laser sword, press down on the activation button, and see a long crackling blade ignite from the base before you mow down advancing evil cyborgs, you'll start to feel like a Jedi in no time. They can't call them lightsabers and it's not based on Star Wars, but the feeling those lightning swords gave me was unlike anything I'd experienced before or since. I could deflect lasers back at flying robots to destroy them, and pulling it out from the holster on my back established such a convincing sense of presence I accidentally punched my couch at one point because things got so intense. Ilmclab and Disney should definitely be taking notes. Robo recalls lightsabers mod. If you haven't had enough unofficial Star Wars VR content, don't worry, there's more. Robo Recall is one of the most popular and talked about VR games to date, which isn't too surprising when you consider it was created by none other than Epic Games. As a fully moddable game, players are already hard at work tweaking things and adding in their own content. One such mod is this Star Wars one from Oculus Forums user Tonster31 of MGS Studios. Since the above video was uploaded, they've also added in more areas and stormtroopers. Star Wars Droid Repair Bay. This is the newest VR experience on the whole list and is partially intended as a marketing piece leading up to the release of Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. As an embrace of the more light-hearted elements of Star Wars, namely the droids, it does a great job of offering something a bit different for fans. It's extremely short, only about 10 minutes long, similar to Ilmclab's other Star Wars project, Trials on Tatooine, which is mentioned above on this list, but it's hard not to smile the entire time. Since it's free and on Steam, you really have no reason not to give this one a go if you've got the means. Here's a full write-up about it. Original Star Tours Recreation from Disneyland. There are a few constants in this world: death, taxes, and Disney updating its rides every few decades to something that is inspired by, but almost entirely different from, what it used to be. The latest victim of this constant force of updating is the Tower of Terror in California Adventure, and I'm still not over it. Before that, plenty of other rides were updated, one such being Star Tours, one of the most popular attractions in Disneyland's Tomorrowland area that lets you experience what it's like to fly in the series' most iconic ships. Well, luckily for you, through the immersive power of VR, you can relive the original 1987 version of Star Tours in glorious 4K resolution. Unfortunately, watching this won't force your chair to bounce and move around like it does at the park, but hey, it's pretty close. Honorable mention, Star Wars Secrets of the Empire. We haven't tried this experience yet and it's not even open until early 2018, but we had to include it on the list. Star Wars Secrets of the Empire is a location-based only experience created in collaboration between The Void, Lucasfilm, and Ilmclab to bring a warehouse-scale Star Wars-themed VR arcade experience to fans. Not gonna lie, we're really excited to see how this pans out. We even made a list of things we really want to see when it launches. This story originally appeared on uploadvr.com. Copyright 2017. The PC Gaming Channel is presented by Intel's Game Dev Program.